So Jon Stewart went after Trump in this segment here, and he makes a really interesting point. You know, Trump's one of those guys where if you actually keep a record of the shit he says and you try to hold him accountable to it, it is absolutely mind-boggling. The shit he gets away with, how much he contradicts himself. And it's like a serious flaw in human nature where there's some quality, I don't know what you want to call it, but it's like the seeming authenticity or truthiness of the way somebody talks. That's how he's been able to like basically create a massive cult in this country that makes up like 40% of the country, right? So Jon Stewart is going to go through this here, and it's just so telling. It's just like stone cold caught, pathologically lying. And Jon is just like gobsmacked by how the fuck he keeps getting away with this. Here we go.
President Trump has spoken about how important it is for this administration to own their mistakes.
We're bringing honor and integrity and accountability back throughout our government. We're going to bring transparency and accountability back to our government. You know the old statement, the buck stops here, right? The famous statement? Well, I can say the same thing, the buck stops here.
Boom, that old Harry Truman chestnut. This is President Trump living those accountability values. Here he is when he was first asked about the Signal chat incident.
I know nothing about it. You're saying that they had what?
And the thing is, like, you know that he knows. You know that he knows. And if you're not convinced of that yet, wait until the end of this clip.
I'm sorry, there's a buck now, what? So I was just with you, accountability, and you people bought it. No, my friends. Number 5 is... What? That's the get out of jail free card. When all other justifications fail. You can never go wrong with your last list on your Doge 5 things you did this week should always be, I have no idea what the you're talking about.
Bro, you know when else he did this? Project 2025. Remember? There was all this incredibly detailed reporting about like, hey, here are a dozen people from Trump's administration who like co-wrote Project 2025. Here's Trump speaking in front of the Heritage Foundation, which was like the lead author of it, saying, you guys are going to lay the framework for the next administration. It was so undeniably the case that Trump is going to do Project 2025. And he was like, Project what? No, I'm sorry. I've never heard of that. I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. And then he would say, they got a lot of bad stuff in there that I don't like. But also, I don't even know what it is. I've never even heard of it. So which is it? Are there bad things in there? Or do you, like, total contradiction. But this is what he does. When he's stone cold cautious, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Hold on, I think I'm getting a call. And Trump has deployed this strategy better than anyone. For instance, when asked if we're actually deporting like gay hairdressers with Real Madrid tattoos instead of Venezuelan gang members, the president stood on that principle.
I don't know. You have to speak to the lawyers about that.
Or how about the Justice Department's bizarre decision to pause its case against Eric Adams if he promised to cooperate on immigration?
I know nothing about it.
Well,
there was detailed reporting about how there was an intricate deal made between Eric Adams and Donald Trump and his administration where it's like, hey, we'll pardon your ass if you agree to basically be a fucking puppet of Trump in New York City. So if Trump wants to send ICE in New York City to round people up, you got to support it. The thing about the deportations, Trump is the one who said we want 1,200 people minimum per day that ICE is deporting. 1,200 people. So because of him, they're now rounding up totally fucking innocent people and shipping them off to a slave labor camp in El Salvador. And he's like, I don't even know what you're talking about.
But those are just his central policies. Surely the buck literally stops with Trump with the launch of Trump's own crypto coin.
I don't know much about it other than I launched it.
Oh my God. It is honestly such a big tell. It's such a big giveaway. He reverts to this when he is just completely stone cold caught. He launched a crypto scam 2 days before his inauguration and shook down his own supporters for millions of dollars. He's like, I don't know anything about it other than I launched it. Again, this is what pathological lying looks like, y'all. He knows he profited off that. He knows I'm sure he was deeply involved in the people who set it up, knowing what this was, knowing it's a scam, all that. I don't even know what you're talking about. Oh my God.
I don't know much about it other than I launched it. President of the United States, I don't know much about it except I launched it. Crypto coin, nuclear missiles, I don't know much about it. I just launched them.
I don't think people are really prepared or understand the scope of the disaster it could be having somebody like this run the country. right? I don't, because everybody assumes a minimal amount of competence, honor, integrity, belief in reality in order for things to function. And when you have somebody like this, it is so fucking dangerous.
Hey, Mr. President, could you take this? Yeah, what should I do with it? Just launch it. You start to wonder, does the buck stop anywhere with this dude?
I don't know when it was signed because I didn't sign it. Other people handled it. I don't know. You'll have to ask them. I don't know what it is, no. I don't know what it is. I heard about it at the same time. Maybe you heard about it. I don't know anything about it. I don't know the situation. I know nothing about WikiLeaks. It's not my thing. I don't know her. I never met her. I have no idea who she is. No, I don't take responsibility at all. I had nothing to do with that.
January 6th? January 6th is like your whole brand. It'd be like the Hawk Tuah girl going, actually, I only do hand stuff. Now you're grossed out? So many things that Trump seemingly has no involvement in. Is it possible he's been severed? Is that what all the choreography and merriment is about? Now, maybe you're saying, hey, the man's pushing 80. Maybe it's not a matter of trying to shirk responsibility. Maybe he legitimately cannot remember any of this shit.
I have a good memory and all that stuff, like a great memory. I have a great memory. One of the great memories of all time.
Oh. Well, then the only other thought here is that the I don't know, I don't remember is a cynical strategy to avoid the buck stopping anywhere near you and evading accountability at all costs. If only there was one clip that answered that question. Definitively.
Did I say I have a great memory or one of the best in the world? One of the best in the world. Is what the reporter quoted you to say. I mean, I don't remember that.
That was literally during a deposition for some fucking crime he committed. I don't know if that was one of the E. Jean Carroll one. It was something. Oh my God, man. We are so cooked. We are so fucking cooked. Oh. Jon Stewart 2028. I mean, that's it, right? Jon Stewart 2028. There's a list of acceptable candidates, but the one at the tippy top is this guy. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.